Now, this is the Fox 11 News at 10.
I'm just so happy. I wanted this so bad. I dreamed this, man.
A lot of us dreamed of this night, too. The LA Rams win the Super Bowl.
And moments after that big win, fans taking to the streets. We are live overhead with the latest on what is happening right now. Plus,
what an electric halftime show. Susan Kiristuna has the highlights coming up in just a moment.
but we begin here at 10 o'clock with breaking news. Stu Mundell with us tonight overhead in downtown LA, where the fans are starting to get a little rowdy.
They're getting a lot rowdy. You know, we've been kind of just saying that they're down there, you know, having fun, blocking some intersections, setting off some fireworks. But now it just seems like this crowd just keeps getting a little bit more worse and worse and worse. And right now you can see a couple of folks on top of an MTA bus out there. Now this is all happening on Grand Avenue, and it's actually going to be very near Olympic. Now this crowd we've been actually watching for quite some time, making their way from intersection to intersection. LAPD down there, they basically are taking over an intersection. LAPD will come, give the disperse orders, but when they actually show force, that crowd just kind of runs down one of the streets in random directions. This time they actually chose Grand, which was actually filled with cars. And there's some more of that fireworks that we've been talking about. And as they made their way through there, they were jumping on random cars and rocking others. And a couple of those cars, they started doing some of those burnouts that we see a lot lately. Right now, though, this bus seems to be their target. Again, if there's folks on that bus, they might be a little scared right now. I don't know if the doors have opened, but fireworks constantly going off. LAPD in the area working their tactical ways on how they're going to disperse this crowd without creating more of a confined area for them. So it's kind of difficult. They've got to move their task force around down there to basically get an idea where the crowd is going, try to block them, try to get them to disperse. Right now, though, this is a pretty rowdy group, and it's going to be on Grand near Olympic. LAPD is definitely here. That bus, is it under attack? Maybe not under attack, but definitely getting graffitied right now, and a number of people on top of it, all because of the Rams' big win today, which in a way is sad because it is pretty amazing that win. But right now, this crowd acting a little crazy down here in the downtown Los Angeles area. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Back together.
Well, you know, Stu, stay with us here. When there's a celebration like this, LAPD is at the ready for crowds to gather. This happens. We've seen it before. I can't think they like this shot at all of people on top of a bus with perhaps people on the bus. But you're right. If they move them from street to street or request that they disperse, they're going to come into areas where there are cars. Are you seeing any streets being blocked off at all?
Well, none of the streets have really been blocked off. The ones that get blocked off is where the crowds are. And then what happens, Christina, is you see right there, the vehicles that are trying to make their way through downtown, they get onto these other roads. They were on Flower earlier, which is a street just one over. And so all the cars basically got onto Grand. Well, then the crowd, when they dispersed, they got onto Grand in front of, and you can see what's going on. So this is actually a lot less of the vehicle traffic that we had seen earlier on. These cars basically just kind of trapped right now in this large group of celebrators from the Rams win. LAPD, they are there. Trust me, they are definitely there. It's how to handle it is basically those conversations. There's one of those skirmish lines, and they're basically just trying to keep the crowd in one area, and then they don't want to. It's one of those tough things. It's like the people at home are probably saying, "Well, just box them in and lock them up." Well, that's a large crowd down there, and that's not really the tactics that we've seen working in the LA area. So right now, they're basically just trying to get this crowd to disperse on their own, but they keep blocking them in. They try to get in front of them and behind them. So not so much to block them in, but basically when they start making that move, the officers can say, "Keep it moving." And right now, they're kind of stuck up. They kind of grouped up in this one spot. Again, it's going to be near Olympic and Grand. Believe me, LAPD, there are two of them in the air, two helicopters in the air. That bus, well, that seems to be that target right now for that crowd. A number of other vehicles down there, and we continue to see fireworks being launched from that crowd as well. LAPD, well, they've got a tough job this evening to get this crowd to disperse and basically keep everybody safe, civilians, law enforcement, and a lot of these folks in this crowd.
All right. Well, the Rams are such a classy organization, and they did things the right way tonight, and hopefully fans can follow their lead and not do anything too stupid. And jumping on a bus is not the right way to celebrate somebody else's big win tonight. Hopefully this thing gets under control shortly. Stu, we will continue to check in with you. With that, we officially welcome you to the Fox 11 News at 10. Good evening. I'm Alex Michelson.
And I'm Christine Devine. What a night for the LA Rams.
Tonight is the night where the Los Angeles Rams became Super Bowl champions for the very first time. Our Kyle Kraska was out there for that historic moment. He joins us live from SoFi. Kyle.
Yes, and we certainly do hope that all the fans remember this night for what it is supposed to be, and it's a celebration of a Super Bowl championship, the first one ever in LA Rams history. I am joined here, as I've been all season long and all day long, enjoying this game today with Vince Ferragamo and Jackie Slater. And guys, we're going to start by showing folks at home some of the highlights, and we'll get right to the end of the game, and then we'll talk about it. But the Rams fell behind early in the third quarter, but then they responded on their final drive. They went 79 yards, and it was Matthew Stafford connecting with Cooper Kupp right there, his second touchdown of the game. What a night for Cooper Kupp, as he was named the Super Bowl MVP when all was said and done. The Bengals had a chance to try to get down the field in a short amount of time and tie it. Aaron Donald got to Joe Burrow there on fourth down, spun him around. He, helplessly threw the football away, and that was that for the Bengals. It was all time for the victory formation. You gotta love that.
That's it.
When you are ending a football game by putting down a knee and in victory formation, you know that it's been a special night. And there it is, the arms raised in a V. Sean McVay. How about this guy? Sean McVay becomes the youngest head coach ever to win a Super Bowl. Just turned 36 years old and 20 days, and he surpasses Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers, becoming the youngest Super Bowl head coach in history. What a night.
He
what
deserves
a night.
it.
Sum it up for us, guys. Jackie, sum it up for us.
It's a culmination of an organization that had a plan to galvanize this community and not suck the hand tit to anyone in professional sports. We got a great sports history here in Los Angeles with the Dodgers, with the Lakers. These guys are legitimate champs and always has and will be. And now the Los Angeles Rams can stake their claim on the fact that we are champions here in Los Angeles. We got a championship owner, people who know how to construct the football team in very imaginative ways, and then players who buy in. Great win for Los Angeles, and I think we all got a lot to be looking forward to in the future.
30 seconds. Give me something.
It's all about the process, Kyle, because a few years ago, the Los Angeles Rams played New England. They were beaten by New England, but they learned from that situation. Now Sean McVay took a new team, was ready. They were hitting on all cylinders. They were locked in and ready to fire, and they played well tonight, and it's brought a championship back to Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
This was a lot of fun, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thanks
great.
so much for all of your expertise and all the fun we've had all season long, and especially today enjoying the Super Bowl victory.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, that's going to do it for us for now. I'll be back later in sports, and we'll have more highlights and more post-game from down on the field. But for Jackie and for Vince, I'm Kyle Kraska. We'll send it back to you inside the studio.
Kyle, you're so right. It has been a lot of fun sharing football season with those two Rams icons. All right, the excitement tonight has been at SoFi Stadium, our stadium.
Yeah, Phil Schumann watched the game with the fans and is now out there live to talk about some of the reaction. It must have been quite something, Phil.
It sure was. It was a thrill for 70,000 at 48 who were fortunate enough to be at Super Bowl 56, fortunate enough to be able to afford a ticket. And they were just watching a Rams team that plays not just for themselves, for the love of football, but also to reward those loyal fans. When it was all over outside SoFi, Rams fans were thrilled yet a bit relieved, while Bengals fans, well, they have a young team and a lot to look forward to.
LA Rams fan, happy the Rams won, came back, beautiful victory.
What was it like to be in there?
It was awesome. It was amazing. The game was great.
Is this your first Super Bowl?
It is.
This is like a long time coming for Rams fans.
Oh man, it's exciting being here. Every penny was worth the money.
Most of the people here have been super classy. Amazing opportunity for us to play in this game, so we're excited.
When the Bengals started the second half with a touchdown and an interception, the Rams crowd was understandably concerned, but the faithful remained confident of another comeback.
It was a scary fourth quarter. It was a close game. You know, I was biting my nails. They were all gone. And then our boy, Coop, he just got it.
Up and down, over the roof. Exciting. Four flags. That's here.
So souvenir sales will boom. The Bengals fans will go home talking about Southern California's weather. And the Rams and their fans will look forward to a parade. Allison and Walter Van Wingerden of Solvang by way of Holland will no doubt be there.
You never think, you know, that your team is going to go all the way. And then, you know, you have your doubts here and there, but they pulled it off, you know. Teamwork, teamwork.
Teamwork led by, as Jackie Slater put it, the MVP, if you will, Coach Sean McVay. SoFi has largely emptied out. The anticipated traffic jams, both coming in, going from the game, were very real. And I can tell you, having been inside the first half, had a couple of big plays, not that exciting. Halftime show, incredible. And then that fourth quarter comeback and the final defensive stand, that made it all worthwhile. Alex, Christine.
Phil, technically this was not a Rams home game, even though it was in the Rams home stadium. What was the breakdown in terms of Rams fans versus Bengals fans?
Oh, I would say three-quarters were Rams fans. There were a significant number of Bengals fans, but nothing like we saw 2 weeks ago, the 49ers turnout. I can also say, and this will probably be a story for tomorrow, that there were virtually none of these being worn, and no enforcement efforts whatsoever.
Yet kids, of course, have to wear them outdoors for their PE in LAUSD, but we can do that tomorrow.
Saw the visual there.
Phil, thank you so much.
Rams fans have taken to the streets in East LA. That's where Christy Fajardo is live with the Sheriff's Department was moving in there as well. Christy?
Now, you know what, Christine? It looks like this is the last hurrah because the Sheriff's Department has actually set up a roadblock a couple of blocks away from us. We're at Hendricks and Whittier Boulevard. We also know that there is another roadblock down the street. So people are now turning on the side streets and sort of circling the area in between both roadblocks. They are showing off their rides and also their love for the Rams. And we're told they're out here every weekend, but this weekend they're also flying Rams flags. We even saw a Mustang that was yellow and blue. And take a look, you can kind of make out that it looks a little smoky. That's a combination of fireworks and also of burned rubber. And again, it looks like the Sheriff's Department has had enough. They've set up roadblocks and are trying to get people to go home. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Christy, thanks. Glad all is well there.
West Coast well represented tonight. The Super Bowl halftime, putting hip-hop and rap in the spotlight like never before. The stage was the largest ever. The field covered by a satellite map of Compton. Hundreds of dancers, hip-hop legends, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige. Plus a couple of surprises as well. Susan Hirasuna, the weekend anchor of this broadcast, joins us live with highlights and reactions. What a show, Susan.
Yeah, but you gave away one of the surprises.
Sorry.
Well, you know, everybody
watched.
saw it. Everybody saw it. The halftime show was indeed like a love letter to Los Angeles. Dr. Dre and Kendrick Lamar, Compton natives. Snoop, born in Long Beach. Eminem and Mary J. Blige performed songs produced by Dre. So did 50. The songs were all big hits and crowd pleasers, but by some reports, the conservative NFL didn't approve of all of it.
West Coast, make some noise!
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg start off with two decades-old classics. The Next Episode and California Love. The two clean up the lyrics, avoiding expletives,
Step up in this mother, just a swing in my hair.
as they strutted on the rooftop of a white building with references to Randy's Donuts in Inglewood and Compton's Tam's Burgers and Eve After Dark, where Dre DJ'd back in the day. 50 Cent was a surprise guest, appearing upside down as he did in the original music video for In Da Club. Mary J. brought the sparkle and the glam with Family Affair. Kendrick Lamar cleaned up his lyrics for All Right and seemed to avoid the line, "We hate the po-po." Not with words, but with a gesture. Eminem finishes Lose Yourself with this. He kneels, Colin Kaepernick style, who protested police brutality. And when all the performers gather for the finale, still DRE is cleaned up, but Dre still sings this line, reportedly flagged by the NFL. But on Twitter, the NFL tweeted 3 words: "That was incredible." Lady Gaga called the show a bomb of radical love. LeBron James called it the greatest. James Harden, the best. Well, plenty of fans are saying a halftime featuring hip-hop and rap long overdue when you consider this. Kendrick Lamar's All Right was the most recently released song, and it's 7 years old. The halftime show embraces and amplifies black culture, but comes after the years of silencing of protests against the NFL. And just a couple of weeks ago, the league was sued by a Miami Dolphins coach for racial discrimination. But overall, the show was a crowd pleaser, and in this moment, we are just going to say we enjoyed it. Alex, Christine.
Certainly a celebration of LA's hip-hop culture. All right, Susan, thank you. Check out the sign for Tam's Burgers number 21, the popular Compton burger joint, right on center stage during the halftime show. And Gina Silva is there with that story. Gina.
And I can tell you, we already had a burger. It is delicious. This is the place. Take a look. We are in Compton at Tam's Burgers on Central and Rosecrans. And when you watch that halftime show, oh my gosh, what an amazing show with Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. Tam's Burgers was prominently displayed on set. This is a well-known burger joint in Compton. People who study hip-hop and rap culture, they know Tam's for some very high-profile incidents, including one involving Suge Knight. Now, others know this location for some really good food. We spoke with the co-owner, Alejandro Corona. This is what he had to say. Millions of people are watching. How do you feel?
It's exciting. I mean, especially seeing the people I grew up with, the rappers Eminem, Dr. Dre, even 50 Cent came out. I wasn't expecting him. It's exciting, you know, having those people like represent a big part of my life at work and the store. It's amazing. It's a great feeling.
And we saw that it was Tam's 21 in the halftime, so I just brought my family over here to show them where it was at and told them that I used to come through here and eat breakfast and everything.
Shortly after doing that interview, this wild scene, it happened right outside of Tam's Burgers. It was a street takeover, and it quickly gathered a large crowd, people cheering on the drivers and also setting up fireworks. This lasted for a good 30 minutes before law enforcement showed up, and then everyone left as quickly as they began their street takeover. But I'll tell you, it was surprising. We were just doing the interview, and all of a sudden you saw a large crowd, and they started doing the donuts at the intersection, and it just got really wild and dangerous, but luckily no one was injured. And again, back to Tam's, they're just really happy that they were mentioned in that halftime show. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
People celebrate in very different ways.
Yeah, glad they can celebrate with a burger there. All right, Gina, bring some attention to that business. Alex, go ahead.
More now on the different way that people celebrate. This is a look from the celebration that was happening at Hollywood Park Casino in Inglewood, which is just basically across the street from SoFi Stadium. Haley Winslow has been partying with people all day long. She's got the best Rams gear. She joins us live again from Inglewood. Haley.
Hey there. Yes, this is the most fun I've had in a long time. We had a blast today here at the Players Tailgate. Quite a contrast now on the red carpet, but it was packed earlier with celebrity chefs, NFL legends, and probably split Bengals and Rams fans. And it was such a roller coaster during the game, watching on the big screen all together. And then all of a sudden they won, and then you saw Aaron Donald's emotional interview. We were all crying, and we talked to some fans on both sides about what they thought of the win.
I'm from Jersey. I came all the way from Jersey to come see this. So it's good now. I'm happy. Now let's celebrate.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Let's go.
Ram Nation, baby, let's go. Stand up.
Yes, we go.
Stand up. Let's go.
It was wonderful to see Joe Burrow just come back. Nobody really thought that this team would come this far. So congratulations to the Rams, but the Cincinnati Bengals are a young team. They're ready to take on the world and just get back into it again. They'll be back in Vegas, I'm sure, for the next Super Bowl. So congratulations to the Rams, but Who Dey Nation is strong and so happy to have been here.
Yeah, young team, they've got it next year. And she said, you know, it wasn't a total loss. She very much enjoyed the sunshine and the nice people, she said, here in LA. And I have to say the Bengals fans were just as nice. We had a lot of fun out here today. What an emotional day. What a historic day. Go Rams. Looking forward to that parade, hopefully coming this week. Reporting live here at Hollywood Park Casino, I'm Haley Winslow. Back to you guys.
Well, hot today. Thank you, Haley. But Erica Martin, our meteorologist, she had a beanie on and a jacket.
I know. Isn't that wild? Yeah. So it was really hot today. In fact, we did have record-breaking high temperatures, but now I see Haley, which, by the way, I've been stalking you all day on Instagram. I've loved your images. I love your energy. Now you see that Haley has her hat on. So there's a little bit of a change-up, if you will. Temperatures are dipping and diving. We go from record high temperatures. UCLA recorded today. The old record was 86 degrees. Burbank, a pair of 8s, tied with the old record at 88. Los Angeles, or LAX, really 85 degrees. And Paso Robles, 82. The record high was 78 degrees. So very impressive as an area of high pressure just sat right over us. But now we are tracking the next weather story. And you can see Haley gave us a really great hint. Oh, yeah, it's getting chillier. Temperatures are going to be a lot chillier tomorrow and then much chillier on Tuesday as we track some isolated showers and, yeah, some snow showers for the mountains. And I'm also tracking a dust storm. Right now, Corona, you're at 62 degrees. Victorville, hello, 43. Big Bear, 27. You guys will have snow soon enough. 49 for Oceanside, 62 for Palm Springs. And here you can see some greens on the screen to the north and west. And you can also see the frontal boundary. There it is right there. Increasing cloud coverage. We'll go over that in detail the next time we meet up. Of course, I have your extended forecast. Can I show you very quickly? Oh, of course I have your happy Valentine's Day forecast. Yeah. It's my favorite holiday. Oh. Yay! It's all love around here for downtown LA. I'll give you all the details for your loved ones or your special one in just a bit. Back to you, Alex and Christine.
I've been so focused on Super Bowl.
Right?
Forgot about that.
Valentine's Day. All right. Well, Rams fans celebrating throughout Southern California. We're going to go live to a local Rams bar, packed still with revelers.
And we go one-on-one with Aaron Donald's parents. We'll see where he got his grit, plus why his dad says he was a fat and lazy kid. That's coming up in our second half hour.
Breaking news, back live to East LA. Christy Fajardo, the Sheriff's Department behind you, moving in to end those celebrations.
Yeah, that's right. What was a celebration has turned dangerous, which is why you'll notice here behind me, the Sheriff's Department is giving a dispersal order, telling everybody to clear out. At one point, it looked like they were using smoke grenades, and we actually saw people in the crowd picking them up and throwing them back at police, or rather deputies. And they were also setting off fireworks all around the deputies you see there. But if we pan this way, I want to show you, people have been cruising Whittier Boulevard, but this intersection about 10 minutes ago had actually turned into a sideshow. People were doing donuts in the intersection. We saw several people nearly get hit, both pedestrians and also people in other cars, and that might be why the Sheriff's Department has had enough and is telling people to clear out. You can see them there. We're actually at Hendricks Avenue and Whittier Boulevard. There's a line of deputies. We're hearing them right now. They're on the loudspeaker. They're telling people to leave. They're giving a dispersal order. And right now they're holding the line, it looks like, at Hendricks Avenue and Whittier Boulevard. We know that there's another roadblock further down. Right now, though, at least some people, what we're seeing them doing is actually turning on the side streets and coming back along Hendricks Avenue. And it looks like not everybody's ready to leave, but the Sheriff's Department, Carlos, if you could pan this way, look, they're on the move again. I'm trying trying to hear what they're saying. It is very hard to make out because there's a lot of honking going on and a lot of screaming and cheering still. So it's very hard to hear what they're saying. We do know that they just said, you must leave now. You just saw some fireworks going off near the deputies. Well, we're going to continue to monitor this situation.
Christy, we want to make sure you are in a safe location as those deputies make their way. It looks like they're moving towards you. Are you feeling safe where you are?
Yes, we're actually standing in a driveway, and we can move into a parking lot behind us if we need to. So we actually scoped out our location when we saw that this was coming to make sure we would stay safe.
Yeah, looks like a tense situation out there right now. We will continue to monitor this. Hopefully things de-escalate there. In the meantime, we want to sneak in a quick commercial break and tell you what's coming up.
It's a great story here. Aaron Donald shined on the field there. He's still shining a light in his parents' eyes. Marla Tejas shows us where he gets his grit.
And now that the Rams have won, it's time to get the merch. We take you live to Dick's Sporting Goods. Coming up. As we celebrate the fact that the Rams are Super Bowl champions, we want to take you now to the party at Zendejas Mexican restaurant in San Dimas.
Who wouldn't want to party with a Rams icon, the owner of Zendejas, Coco McAvoy, still there live with the party?
Yes, good evening to both of you. You said it right there. The party's still going here at Zendejas. This is really the place to be if you are not at the stadium, as you've been seeing from all night long, and you can see the crowd is still here.
For this win. Oh my God, so excited. This is the best night ever. So excited.
Hey,
the best ever.
We're going to do a repeat. I waited 63 years for this. You know that?
Hey. You heard him.
Yes. And we finally won after so many years. We finally brought the championship to LA.
Yes.
That's right. We finally did it.
And always fun to party with Tony Zendejas here at Zendejas in San Dimas. Of course, a Rams legend, former Rams kicker, and the crowd here is just amazing. And we have true Rams fans here as well, so they are so excited for this big win. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Coco, thanks. And anybody, if you go to check out their restaurant, look at the memorabilia wall. He can add that championship from this year to the memorabilia.
All right, meteorologist Erica Martin, the hottest Super Bowl ever.
I love it. Congratulations to the Rams, Cooper Kupp, amazing, and OBJ. I'm so glad it all turned out well for those guys. All right, satellite and radar loop. It's exciting around here in weather. Why? We went from record-breaking high temperatures to very cold temperatures and snow in just about 36 to 48 hours. So you know I'm happy. All right, satellite and radar loop picking up on that cold front, diving on down. You can see it right here. In fact, it kind of looks like this horizontal line or kind of diagonal line, really. It's going to continue to dive on down. And sometimes you can see where that cold front is because of the wind profile, but I do like the fact that we're filling in very nicely as far as those clouds go. So you will see increasing cloud coverage tomorrow, really tomorrow night for your Valentine's Day night. Hey, it sets a mood, right? Especially when you're with your loved one. 8 to 14-day precipitation outlook. It doesn't look favorable. However, we're in that normal range, and we'll go over our future cast hour by hour until we start to see those rain showers on Tuesday morning. But in the meantime, remember, record-breaking high temperatures. You saw, Haley, it's chilly out there. Keep in mind you want to have those jackets on, and for the morning as well, because Lancaster, your overnight low is just above the freezing mark. But I do have wind chill values, but a bit colder than that, so just keep that in mind, especially to start your Monday. 52 for San Bernardino, Riverside, 51 degrees, along with Los Viejo, Oceanside, seeing low 50s. Ta-da! To all the Valentines in Riverside, guys, I get so excited about love. All right, plan your Valentine's Day accordingly. It's going to be pretty nice out there, and you know what? It's going to be cooler. So for all the ladies who want to wear a really great dress, rock it. 6 a.m., 55 degrees for Riverside, 9 a.m., 71 for you, and by lunchtime, upper 70s. As far as your Valentine's Day goes for Irvine, hello, happy Valentine's Day in advance. We're going to see temperatures climbing into the mid-70s, so a lot more comfortable for your Monday, considering how hot it was. For today, hello, Victorville, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Noon, 71 degrees, sun and clouds. clouds, PM winds. Keep that in mind. Downtown LA, plan your day accordingly. I think it's getting chopped up on the top there. Plan your Valentine's Day. To all the Valentines in downtown LA, we're seeing a little bit of cloud coverage increasing, but 9 a.m. 69 degrees, by lunchtime 78 for you. So it's going to be a pretty nice start to your Monday, a very nice lunchtime. Now, happy Valentine's Day for downtown LA. I have you at 79 degrees for your forecasted high temperature. Keep in mind you will see increasing cloud coverage. I think it'll be a little bit breezy, but not too bad at all. And a quick look at your future cast. You can see rain showers are moving in, guys. We needed the rain, so for right now, this is looking pretty good. Back to you both.
Thanks, Erica.
Rams merchandise already flying off the store shelves. We're live at Dick's Sporting Goods when we come back. Skyfox is over downtown LA, where this bus where we saw fans on top of earlier has been vandalized with graffiti. The LAPD just put out a tweet a few seconds ago saying we're seeing violent and destructive behavior by large crowds in the heart of downtown LA. We have issued several dispersal orders and have a large police presence. Everyone that's part of those crowds, obey dispersal orders and clear the streets immediately. This is the stuff you don't want to see distracting from the win of the Rams tonight.
Here's the fun stuff we do want to see. After the Super Bowl win, fans got to represent with championship gear. Chelsea Edwards live at Dick's Sporting Goods, where they're open late. Chelsea.
They are open very late, till 11:30 tonight. They were actually supposed to close at 7 o'clock, but because of this win, they decided to roll out all this merch, bring people in, and we've had a really steady stream of people since then. And take a look at all this stuff. So all of this was rolled out the minute that the game was over. You've got everything, hoodies, apparel, a whole wide range of stuff. Crowds have just been scrambling to get their gear here. And, you know, they're coming from all over the place. This isn't just from LA. Listen here.
Western Championship. Because back in Texas, at Dick's, they don't have the merchandise, so we said we're coming and immediately stopping here. I'm going to wear this on the plane, and we got caps. There's black ones and blue ones, and then I got some shirts. And they're all championships, Rams championships.
How important is it to have this stuff to commemorate what happened tonight?
It was extremely important. Yeah, it was a good season. We got season tickets to watch every game, and this was just the cherry on top.
Cherry on top, everything from shirts and sweatshirts. They've got shot glasses, car flags, coolers. There's even a cornhole game. Every Dick's location in Southern California was ready to roll all this stuff out the minute the Rams won. And here at the El Segundo location, there were fans lining up within minutes of the win, and we've seen a steady stream coming in ever since. The marketing manager here says some items are going to go a little faster than others. Listen here.
Of course, what everyone wants is what the players are wearing right after the game. So that is going to be the key call-outs, which is going to be the locker room hat and, of course, the locker room shirt. Our team is great at this because, you know, we've had some great sports wins out here in L.A., so we've done this before. But it is really exciting now to be able to do it from an NFL perspective and, you know, to kind of celebrate the Rams. So we really want to make it an exciting opportunity and atmosphere for the customers. So we're really excited about it. I mean, it's fun for our team.
Yeah. Customers and team have been having a great time. They were cheering throughout the game, and the people working here really having a good time as well. And look at this. I got my hands on the very last one. So these were actually, they sold out a lot faster than they anticipated. These were done about an hour ago. This is the last one that they kept behind the back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take it home, but I'm going to try it on anyway. I'm hoping that I can. So again, this is open till 11:30 if you want your official Super Bowl gear. Here till 11:30 tonight. Again, this was supposed to close at 7, but they're keeping it open for fans, and then they're going to open really early tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock to accommodate anyone else who wants to come in. So they're going to get more shipments throughout the week. They've actually already rolled out new stuff as we've been here over the last couple of hours. So plenty of merchandise to get, although this is the hot ticket, and they're already sold out of this one. They're going to get more later this week, but
pretty cool.
It's a place to be, definitely.
All right, Chelsea. Yeah. Christine and I still have gear from the last Super Bowl, so if you want to get us some new stuff, we'll Venmo you.
We're outdated.
All right.
Thanks.
Kyle Kraska, now out to you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kyle Kraska live at SoFi Stadium. What a Super Bowl win for our Los Angeles Rams. Coming up, we've got highlights of the game. We're also going to hear from your favorite players who are going to be celebrating deep into the night. We're back with sports right after this.
Sports now with Kyle Kraska. Have you had a chance to process all of this yourself?
Well, I've been trying to, Christine, and I think about how the season began, and you think about the goal with the Super Bowl being right here at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and the goal for the Rams was to be one of the teams participating, so they went all in. It was Super Bowl or bust. They added some key components as the season went along, and guess what? According to plan, the Rams are Super Bowl champions. Here's how it went down. First quarter, we pick it up. Matthew Stafford going to find Odell Beckham Jr. That's a 17-yard touchdown right there, and the Rams strike first. They take a 7-0 lead. Let's go to the second quarter now. Rams up 7-3. Stafford this time finds his favorite receiver, and that's Cooper Kupp. How does he get wide open? Every game, but he did it again. Corner of the end zone. That's an 11-yard score, and the Rams take a lead 13-3 after a missed extra point. Later in the second, Bengals get a little tricky. Yeah, that was Joe Mixon throwing the touchdown there. Little option play. Joe Mixon becomes just the third running back ever to throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Nicely done there. Bengals cutting into the lead. It's now 13-10. To the second half we go, and the Bengals trailing 13-10. First play of the second half. It's a 75-yard score. It's T. Higgins going the distance. Did grab the face mask of Jalen Ramsey. That was not called. Makes the catch and takes it into the end zone. The Bengals take a 17-13 lead. Let's go to the fourth quarter now. Bengals up 20-16, under 2 minutes to go, and there's Stafford again finding Cooper Kupp. What a night for Cooper Kupp. 8 catches, 98 yards, a pair of touchdowns. That gives the Rams the lead 23-20. Ensuing Bengals possession, it's 4th and 1 here. Game is on the line, and of course, it's Aaron Donald getting pressure on Joe Burrow as he throws it away, and that all but ends it. But, of course, the best thing you can do is get into a victory formation at the end, and that's exactly what Matthew Stafford and company were able to do. He takes a knee, and that ends the football game. Rams win it 23-20, the first Super Bowl championship ever for the Los Angeles Rams. Our Gerard Moncure caught up with several of the players on the field after the game.
Can you tell me, man, about the last couple of defensive situations where you guys just shut them down?
Guys just play hard, man. I feel like we started taking over the game when we needed to. The defensive line, everybody was making plays. Ashawn, Gray, Vaughn, Flo, Ernest made a couple blitzes, made some big stops. So that's what it's about, man. It's a team sport, team game. Everybody stepped up when we needed to, and we found the way to pull it out.
Let me say congratulations. First of all, you're a Super Bowl champion, my man.
Appreciate it, man. It's a crazy feeling. Worked so many years to be at this point, to finally win it with the team that we have, just the year that we have with everything, and even just this game. There's no better group than be able to win this game with them.
Brother, you're a Super Bowl champion. How does it feel?
It's amazing. Great feeling.
How tough of a game was this for the offense? They were stacking the box. There just wasn't a lot of room to run today.
They had a good team. We had a good team. It was all about who had the willingness to finish plays and get the job done.
All right, thanks to Gerard Moncure. Great job down on the field talking to all of those players. And, hey, here's a look at the odds for next year's Super Bowl, which will be played in Glendale, Arizona. The Chiefs come in at 7-1. The Bills 8-1. The Rams, come on. Hey, the Super Bowl champs, they should be the favorites, right? They're 10-1. Then you see the Chargers down there at the bottom, 22-1. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been one incredible day here at SoFi Stadium. It's been a blast hanging out with Jackie and Vince and Ron Pitts. We've had a lot of fun covering the Super Bowl, and it's a joy to say that the LA Rams are Super Bowl champions. That's going to do it. Live from SoFi Stadium, I'm Kyle Kraska. Alex, Christine, back to you guys.
Of course, Kyle's first season with Fox O&O, so you're the good luck charm. We'll be right back.
Nicely done. He had the sack to seal the deal tonight for the Rams. Aaron Donald with the clutch play.
Some call him the greatest defensive player ever. So where does his grit come from? Marla Tejas caught up with his parents.
Aaron Donald has been with the Rams since they were in St. Louis. He has been a force since his rookie year, almost 10 years ago. Well, after talking to his parents, it's so easy to see where he gets his tremendous work ethic. Where does Aaron get his competitive edge? From which one of you?
I like to say both of us. Yeah, I would say both.
Anita Goggins and Archie Donald Jr. opening up about their son, who to most is Los Angeles Rams powerhouse defensive tackle Aaron Donald. But to this proud mom and dad, number 99 is their youngest of three, who from an early age had a special love for football growing up in Pittsburgh.
He started playing football 6 years old. When I knew my son was going to be great was when he won, he saved the Little League football game.
Almost 25 years later, the now 30-year-old Donald is still helping his team win. That fighting spirit instilled in him by his father, who says he got Donald up at 4:30 in the morning on school days to work out. This routine started before Donald was a teenager, as Dad was a little worried.
Because he was a chubby little kid and he was kind of lazy. And I just wanted to break him out of that bad habit. I didn't know that form of punishment, we would be sitting here, get ready to play in a Super Bowl, the 56th Super Bowl.
Anita, when he said, I'm going to get our son up at 4:30 in the morning, what did you think?
What I thought is, I don't have to go down there no more.
Football is in the Donald blood. Archie played Division II college ball, and Aaron's older brother, Archie Jr., had a short stint in the NFL. Since his rookie year in 2014, Aaron's been a leader both on and off the field. The three-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year runs 99 Solutions Foundation to serve underprivileged high school student athletes. He's also a father of three and husband to Erica.
Who was his idol? Who did he look up to?
Me. Yes.
Those early morning workouts clearly paying off for Dad and for Donald. Just look at their baby boy now. All 280 pounds of him.
Hey, when he's walking around in his own house, I tell him, go put his shirt on. Go put his shirt on. I do too, because you can see the little V. I sit there and I don't want to see that. That's it.
Oh, they just cracked me up. I asked them how they were going to celebrate tonight. Anita told me that they were going to, quote, party like rock stars. I'm sure right now they are partying through their happy tears. If you saw Aaron Donald after the game, he was very emotional, full of gratitude for his Super Bowl ring. Congratulations to the Donald family and the whole Rams family. We'll be right back.
Checking back in East LA, where you're looking live here, and the Sheriff's Department has come through to clear the streets around Hendricks and Whittier because of the crowds that were out there on the streets there in celebration of the Rams win, getting perhaps a little rowdy with the cruising, so the Sheriff's Department moved in.
Meanwhile, in downtown LA, the LAPD has set up a skirmish line to try to stop some of the celebrations there. We will have updates on both of those situations tomorrow morning on Good Day LA starting at 4 a.m.
Simpsons coming up next. Thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Go
Great night here in LA.
Let's do a parade.